This is Leon, and I want to talk about resistance. Basically, I used to think, believe, and perceive myself to be pure from the perspective of not having sexual intercourse, doing drugs, not eating meat, not really, pretty much not gambling, but I did occasionally. So that was not a valid point there, but I used to believe and perceive myself to be this pure individual. But once I got acquainted within Destiny, I realized that I am not so much of that pure, quote-unquote, being, meaning that I have points within and as me that I haven't directed, and those points come out within and as resistance, because what is actually resisting is the mind, is the ego, is that self-defined self that we have existed within and as this world as a personality. So when I participate and do things that is equal to what is best for all beings within and as existence, then I have resistance, because I realized that I do have an ego, and that the ego does not want to, for instance, do self-forgiveness. Because what is self-forgiveness? Self-forgiveness is it is a process of releasing self from the ego. It's basically a point of releasing all of these points that I have defined myself as within and as my reality, such as, for instance, I am a very smart individual. I'm very intelligent, because that right there is a signal of and as the ego of self, because self has defined itself within and as limitation based on intelligence. So therefore, the actual self that is being expressed within and as that moment is being dumb, of what one that's defined as dumb based on one's judgment, self-judgment, which has been projected onto and as other individuals within and as one's world and reality. Thus one creates this definition of dumb, then lives the point of not wanting to become dumb through intelligence, which is the illusion. And thus one defines themselves as intelligent, which becomes part of the personality of that individual, and thus it is lived within and as one's world and reality. And this is utter self-dishonesty when one defines themselves as intelligent, because we are not intelligent. Intelligence is based on particular specific points within and as one's mind, of which patterns, which is specific within and as one's mind, that forms the integrity of intelligence, which is not real, and thus one lives a life that is not real. So thus self-forgiveness is an adequate point wherein one is forgiving themselves for accepting and allowing themselves to be subject to the patterns within it as one's mind based on particular specific points, such as intelligence, beauty, tough. I'm a tough man, you know. I'm very feminine. I'm masculine. I'm strong. You know, I'm perfect. Things like that. All of these points. So when I resist, that basically means that I am resisting myself. I'm resisting who I really am, which is not tied to these points, these egos, these within the mind, which equals to an illusion. But I am here as all is one and equal. But I have to live that equality, and when I live that equality, I experience resistance as me, because that resistance is actually a doorway to and as the self that was always here, but we never lived that self because we were always somewhere